that separates us from hostility, responsibility, heartache, everything's right beyond this wall. Our help is right out there, but a lot of us love staying here and rather not leave because we don't have that responsibility in everyday life and work and so forth. We just like it here,
You said you were one of the original members of this camp?
We knew a couple Native American females that were getting citations to move out of their homes. They violated their lease policy and whatnot. And basically from there, we were couch hopping with them. Until one day we walked by here and we seen this little old lady camped out here. Then through time and days go by, people seen us and they were in the same predicament. And they didn't like going to shelters because they didn't feel safe and secure versus with your own people and your own kind like that. I do like it growing like this, but I don't at the same time because there's going to be too many of us and pretty soon the state's going to come in and more or less shut us down and we're going to be back to exactly where we started from, scattered all over the community. Versus now we're all here, we're all together, and we're all safe. All of us here have pretty much the same thing. Our homeless have some kind of, addiction. It could be gambling, it could be drinking, it could be drugs, and so forth like that. The ones that do go through the system, I found out that it's a setup for failure. What I mean by setup for failure is, yes, they can go through the system, yes, they can give clean UAs and so forth, but sometimes sooner or later, things are going too good and some things are going too bad. Something could happen, something could trigger, and they relapse.
Right.
Okay? And you tested positive for such and such drug, you gotta go. You gotta get out.
So you think it's a setup for failure because they require sobriety?
Yes. Yes, I do. A lot of us would like to become sober. But most of us here just only know this routine. It's like a routine, you get up, you hustle, you do a variety of things, begging for money on the corner. Some of us go out and do illegal things. A lot of us here, a lot of the older crowd have been there, done this, did it, and we know what we need to do.
So do you see yourself living the rest of your life homeless?
No, I don't. I have bounced back and forth with this for off and on for 30 some years. Basically, it started with my parents. Them bouncing me back and forth with them, and I didn't know where to go. And at times, I'm left with a different family member, an aunt, a relative, an uncle, a grandmother, and so forth. But again, actually, I've done this. I've beaten it. What brings me back here is the energy, the support, the feeling of being loved and needed and wanted, and
that's what brings you back to the streets?
Not necessarily. Yes, okay. It goes both ways. Not necessarily the streets. More or less these little camps like this.
Do you not feel accepted out there?
No, I don't. I feel that I am judged. Very much judged. As you can turn and look, you have an exit here of Cedar Avenue, and each one of these cars is looking at us, and I think they're judging us. And basically, that I think that this is an eyesore. We're an eyesore, and they're judging us. Sometimes we have honks. I wonder what they're thinking, you know? Will they help us? Will they try to help us? She calls it the wall, the Great Wall. As you can look, there's a wall there that separates us from hostility, responsibility, heartache, you know, everything's right beyond this wall. Our help is right out there, but a lot of us love staying here and rather not leave because we don't have that responsibility in everyday life and, you know, work and so forth. We just like it here, you know. I don't have any of my kids out here and I don't recommend it, and it saddens me when I see families out here with their children out here. And like I said, it saddens me. And it makes me hurt and it makes me think of my kids and the responsibilities that I'm supposed to be doing as a parent, and practically me judging myself.
Yeah.
You know, that I am lacking, that I need to get back on my feet. I got a good head on my shoulders, and basically I need to use it.
You two have 6 kids together?
Yes, we do.
And where are they?
I have 4 of them with my mother, and 2 of them are with her sister. And like I said, we are involved in child protection right now through the Malax Band of Ojibwe. And basically, like I was trying to say before, is we have to get a stable home for us to give my kids back.
What's the first step? Like, if you decided right now, okay, this is the last day I'm going to be on the streets, what would be the next step in getting a home?
And the next step of getting a home is,
like, do you know the roadmap? Like, so if you're talking to a 17-year-old kid and you're saying, hey man, this isn't the life you should be looking for, and the kid says, well, what do I do? What would you tell him?
okay, if he has a drug issue or alcohol, I tell him to get a Rule 25. To see what facility and what treatment center that is best for you to help in your road to recovery. Once you basically done your 30-day or your 90-day and your 90-day halfway house period, they will transition you into transitional housing for the community, which that's up to 2 years. And you can basically, they will help you get a job, and they make sure you got transportation, make sure you got food, make sure you got a roof over your head. There'll be a maybe a one-bedroom little efficiency that they'll stick in, but it's basically home. You know, like I said, up to 2 years, you can basically start saving money. You can open up a bank account to help you get your license back, and so forth like that.
So there's a roadmap to help people every step of the way, so that they can find themselves going from being homeless to having drug and alcohol issues to, you know, having a job and living a more normal life.
Yes, there is.
And this is a roadmap that this is a path you've taken in the past?
Oh yes, several times.
Is that what discourages you from trying it again? The fact that you've done it so many times?
Yes, it has. Because it's a long time that it just can't happen overnight. You know, it's going to take months, days, months. You know, sometimes years to recovery.
Are you just tired of going through that?
Yes, I am. I really am. I'm 48 years old. I've done it 4 or 5 times already, and I lost 3-4 different homes, and I'm exhausted.
So in the past, you've had jobs and you've had homes,
cars.
yeah. There's always been a hurdle, or there's always been kind of a roadblock that has
Barrier.
kept you some kind of what is that barrier for you?
That barrier would be myself. Me not being self-motivated when I should be. When the times get rough, I take the easy way out. Most of us have learned and only know the one way, and that's the level of getting high. And we don't want to go the sobriety way. We don't want to go and stay sober. But we know for us to accomplish things and things that needs to be done right, as in with courts, probation, child protection, doctors, our children, so forth, is we have to, and we need to stay sober. It's not nice to see where your child comes home from work, from school, and you're sitting there all wired out on the couch, and you're all, excuse my French, all up, and they come home and they're hungry, We'll go find something to eat in the kitchen. Well, there's nothing to eat, Dad, there's no milk. Well, have some cereal, there's no milk. Make yourself a sandwich. There's nothing to make yourself a sandwich with. And that goes back to my responsibilities, and I lack that when I'm getting high.
Right.
We only know one thing, and one thing to do is how to get high, where to get it from, and what we need to do to get it.
Yeah.
And I have fallen in footsteps before that I always regret, but yet it's in the back of my head, which always comes to the front, is my children. Because I grew up as my parents being alcoholics through the 70s, and I learned, okay, this is how the father's supposed to be, and that's not right.
So you said you've worked through the system, 4 or 5 times to get clean, to get housing, to get a job?
Yes.
Do you think you'll try that again?
And to a certain level. I still have the memory, and I still have the train of thought. I still have the tools that I've used in treatment chemical dependency program, and basically is to start being around people that are sober, that don't use daily, and basically I would have to get out of here.